Hey guys, welcome back to Book Eats. This is a place where I combine my love of reading and cooking and recreate some yummy treats that I've read about. So today I'm very excited. We're going to be making the Deconstructed lemon pie from the 7-Year Slip. So if you've read the book, if you loved it as much as I did, stick around. Let's see how this turns out. Okay, to make this recipe, it's going to be a couple days. I'm going to do the lemon custard today, and then we'll reconvene tomorrow and finish it up. So I have 5 eggs here, and I'm just going to lightly whisk it. The 7-Year Slip was probably one of my top books of last year. It just had a little bit of everything that I truly enjoyed. You get a little bit of relationship, a lot of food talk, and Ashley Poston did such a good job talking about grief that I truly resonated with. It was really well done. And the second that lemon pie was introduced, I was like, I gotta make this. It has to freaking happen. So we're doing it. Okay, that is lightly whisked. I'm gonna set that aside. Okay, then I'm gonna grab a medium-sized saucepan. To it, I'm gonna add water, sugar, cornstarch, salt, and of course some fresh lemon juice and some lemon zest. And I'm gonna whisk this together, and we're gonna place it on medium-high heat until it comes to a boil. Okay, so within about, I would say about 5 minutes, look how thick it's already gotten. So I'm gonna reduce this to low. Okay, so I need to temper these eggs before I add it to the custard because otherwise it'll scramble. So I have a little bit of the custard here, and I'm gonna whisk it up. Okay, grabbing a little bit more. You wanna work fast. Okay, so I think that's good. And I'm gonna very slowly stream this in and whisk at the same time. Oh my God, look at that. It looks so good. And I'll return this back up to about medium heat. Once we have a lot of bubbles starting to happen, we're gonna remove it from the heat. And then to it, we'll add some room temperature butter and give it a good whisk. I'm such a lemon custard fan, but I've never made it at home. So I'm just so excited. It was really easy to do. And now we gotta taste it. See if our flavors are good. Oh, that's really good. Perfect acidic bite, sweetness. It's like really well balanced. Oh, this is gonna be great. So I'm gonna move this into a container that I'm gonna store in the fridge overnight so that it completely cools. And then for me, it's gonna be tomorrow. For you guys, it's gonna be like that. We're gonna get to step 2. All right, guys, it's the next day. I decided to do an Italian meringue instead of like a normal meringue because I think it's gonna be a bit more creamy, velvety than a regular one. I don't know, we'll see what happens. I am a little nervous, not gonna lie. Okay, so to a small saucepan, I'm gonna add sugar and water, and I'm gonna bring this onto the stove until we get to a boil. So it's on high heat, and I'm gonna keep stirring it until it reaches a full-on boil. Okay, and then once it starts to boil, I'm gonna stop stirring it, and we're gonna wait until I'm gonna like lower this a little bit though. Woo. All right, make sure it doesn't boil over. We want it to get to 250 degrees. Okay, we're slowly getting there. While this continues to do its thing, we're gonna get the egg whites ready. Okay, so to your mixer, you're gonna add egg whites. And ideally, you would wanna use cream of tartar. I don't have that, so I'm gonna substitute half a teaspoon of lemon. And we're gonna mix it on medium speed. Okay, so we wanna get it to soft peaks, and that's pretty good. By the time you get the stiff peaks, the sugar mixture should be ready to go. It's hit 240 for me. What we're gonna do, I don't know how this is gonna get done. It might be a mess, but we are gonna slowly stream this in while the mixer's on. All right, this looks so velvety smooth. Oh my gosh, look at that. Okay, so we have our stiff peaks. This is like ready to go. I do want it to cool though, so I'm gonna put this in the fridge to let it cool completely. Okay, so when I was originally thinking about this recipe, I wanted to make like a shortbread instead of a pie crust. But after thinking about it, I think the shortbread's gonna be a little too heavy for this. So I just have a store-bought pie crust and we're gonna bake it up. So I have my baking sheet here. I'm gonna unravel it. And it's okay if pieces like this crumble up and break. This is gonna be mainly just like a garnish for our deconstructed pie. Okay, so all the pieces are nice and spread apart. Some stayed whole, some are little chunks. Like I said, it's totally okay. I'm gonna put this in the oven. It's set at 375 and we're gonna bake it until it's nice and golden brown. Okay, so while the pie crust is baking, I'm gonna get the custard and the meringue put into piping bags because that's gonna be the best way to put this all together. I don't have piping bags, but I do have Ziploc bags as well as some pastry tips, and that's what we're gonna use. So I think for the custard, I'm gonna use this tip right here. It's kind of wavy. I'm gonna grab some scissors and I'm gonna cut it to make sure it fits in here really nicely. And I always start off with a smaller cut because you can always make it go bigger. Okay, that was perfect. These stretch a little, so that's nice. So I'm gonna put it in the cup and add our custard in it. You don't need to use it all, just enough. Okay, that's perfect amount. And then I'm gonna zip it up and leave it in here and put it back in the fridge, and then we'll get the meringue and do the same thing with the meringue. Okay, now we have our beautiful meringue. It's cooled down a bit. I'm gonna use this more round tip. Again, we'll just cut it. Perfect. Put it in the cup. Fold these flaps down and fill her up. This one's gonna be a little messier, for sure. We'll do the best we can, you know? Perfect, into the fridge it goes. Okay, so now that the custard and meringue are ready to go, chilling in the fridge, the pie crust is still doing its thing in the oven. I'm trying to think about plating, and lemon meringue pie, the iconic torched meringue, is pretty important. So I'm gonna test to see if this will get brown. So I have a little parchment here. I'm just gonna put a dollop of the meringue on there. I have my torch and let's pray it browns, right? Oh, it is. I don't want to get too close because otherwise I'll burn it. Ooh, it smells like a marshmallow. Ooh. All right, oops. Don't do that. Don't burn your parchment paper. Okay, but I think overall, I think we got it. So now I just have to figure out how I'm gonna plate this. I'm a little nervous about that part. Lots of nerves today. All right, so the pie crust is nice and golden brown. Some of it's still soft, which I want, and I did want some more crispy bits. So I'm gonna let this cool completely. Okay, it's just time to do it, to plate this baby up. All right, so my idea, I'm gonna take some of these darker pieces and kind of crumple them up. So it's almost like sand. And it still kind of resembles the bottom of the pie. Okay, I think that's a good amount. Okay, now I have the lemon. I'm gonna let me test it real quick here. Okay. All right, I think I can manage that. All right, so I'm gonna do random squiggles. Yeah, I think so. Around a little. Trying to get it flat. Okay, I don't know if it's the prettiest, but I do think it'll taste good. Okay, and then to make sure we're just getting enough lemon, I'm gonna do another layer on top. Okay, I don't think that looks that bad. Looks pretty cool. Okay, yeah, definitely a good decision to do a top layer because that one looks more cohesive, a little nicer. Okay, what do we think so far? Yay? Yay or nay? Then, what do I want to do with the meringue? Can I like do a little dollop on top, maybe? Ooh, that could be cute. Okay, all right, so always have like a testing corner. So I'm gonna do like 3 little dollops. Is that enough? I don't know. All right, and then I think I'm gonna do 2 big ones in the middle, and then those are the ones we'll brown. So I'm gonna go. Okay. All right, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Now I have to be very gentle. Do I want to do the little ones too? Is that too risky? I'm being very gentle. Okay, okay. All right, love, love, love. You guys, I think that looks kind of good. Okay, then I do have little pieces of crust I kind of wanted to stick in there. This might be too big. Let me get something a little smaller. Let me try to cut it. Oh, it's so fragile. All right, let me. Yeah? Do we like? I don't know. All right, I have another one, a little too big. I'll be very gentle. I mean, deconstructed lemon pie, I feel like we accomplished it. Do I brown the tops? Ugh. Yes, yes, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be very gentle. I think it definitely needs the brown. Yep. Oh yeah. Yes. Just a little. You guys, what? We just made the 7-year slips deconstructed lemon meringue. Iconic. And it looks good. I like it. I'm pretty happy. Overall, I'm pretty happy with it. It looks good. Okay, now I have to eat it. I'm super excited. It looks good. I'm pretty impressed. Overall, we're gonna get a little bite of meringue, some pie, some custard. That custard, if you make one thing from this video, make that custard. It's so good. Wow. And the little amount of pie crumbs that I put is like perfect. And then if you want a little more meringue, you can just grab it. It's kind of like a make your own flavor. Who am I kidding? That meringue is just as good as the custard. That is a 10 out of 10 as well. Wow. Yummy. Was this worth the 2 days to make it? Oh yeah. Heck yeah. I mean, thank you 7-year slip for inspiring me to make this and making me want to make it. All right guys, that is gonna do it for episode 2 of Book Eats. We did it. We made a deconstructed lemon meringue pie from the 7-year slip. Have you read the book? Do you want to make this? Let me know in the comments below. If there is another book out there that highlights some sort of food item that you're interested in seeing recreated, let me know in the comments below. You never know, it might show up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.